Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. ASMR, baby.
Next time on SpookiBoiz, it's just us getting down on some fucking noodles. fucking noodles and fucking, like, the bag.
Yeah.
Like the fucking fish fry. Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, I love those channels on fucking YouTube where it's like some fucking lady, it's always, I don't know why, okay, this is gonna come out, this is gonna come across really weird, but it's always like black women, and they're just like, it's an ASMR channel, and they're usually always eating seafood. I don't know why, just like long fingernails. And even if it's a white lady, they're just like they long fingernails, just like really digging in to fucking seafood. I love seafood.
I've had a completely different experience. It's always been a small Asian woman in my case.
Yeah.
Our algorithms
are
different.
That
though.
too.
All right.
No, that too. Because there's also this one lady that was like, she had like I forget what they're called, but they're like the longer looking like sea creatures. They're like I think they're called like sea pickles or some shit.
Yeah.
She was like hitting them with fucking meat cleavers and shit before she was eating them raw. It was so fucking weird. Never look this shit up, man. It's
if you do, it will just pop up for 2 years afterwards. YouTube will just be like, "All right, sick. This is what you're into."
Hey, mine's scooting a little closer to me.
Like fully.
Yeah, like the whole chair. Okay, there we go.
All right.
Excellent. I'm keeping that in, by the way.
Okay. Yeah, I figured.
All the fuck ups, dude.
Masterful
going in.
editing.
We're going in raw.
Uncut.
Raw. Yeah.
Dog.
So we're back. It's a couple of weeks later since our last episode because we kind of had a little bit of a snag with RSS. I kind of forgot to pay.
Fuck them.
Yeah, it sucks, but we're back. We're back.
And one more time.
It's never gonna die, dude.
Dude,
It's never gonna fucking die.
No.
I tried to kill it with Lewis, and it just stuck. It just fucking stuck.
It just
I
did.
guess.
Now it's weird if we don't fucking say it.
Yeah.
Fucking 13 to 14 times an episode.
You know what's even better, dude? I forgot to turn off my fucking ringer. So that's fun. That's cool.
We're doing great.
Dude, I'm fucking up. Dude, I fucked this up so bad that last time, we had audio issues the last time. Seemingly didn't record for us for some reason.
Did you remember to press record? And that's it. That's all we recorded.
Yeah. Basically, what happened was I forgot to turn the knob up.
Yeah.
So the audio was just like...
We're a very honest podcast. So that way one day when it's just all great and it doesn't sound like we're recording in a fucking basement bathroom, there'll be, a charm to it.
100%. If we're not fucking up technically, we're going to fuck up in our own lives, and we're definitely going to get canceled in the future.
Yeah.
100%.
100%. But you know what? Come for me, Internet. That just means I got attention.
I guess I'll just side with the people who like me still. I don't know. Fuck it.
I'll be infamous. Sure.
I'll end up like fucking H3. Everyone dislikes him now.
What happened with that? He did kind of just like, I think it was the Trish
Paytas thing.
Yeah.
Not only that, it's just kind of like his podcast. I don't know. I haven't watched his podcast in a while. The H3 podcast.
Real estate went down once Trisha left. That's a hard act to follow, though, if I'm being honest.
Really?
Yeah.
Is that why people like listen to like a lot of it?
I felt like that's why his views went up in the millions, because not only is Trisha Paytas a fucking megalomaniac, that bitch is the clout queen.
Yeah.
No one, you don't not know who she is, and if you don't know who she is, you're blessed. But I mean,
yeah. I don't know. Like I watched it, and it just wasn't really my thing anymore. I used to really enjoy it, because like he used to have like iDubbbz on
Yeah,
and
yeah,
stuff,
yeah.
and like
It used
Filthy
to
Frank.
just be like kind of like the old homies, but it's like once he started doing it with Trisha, it's like you didn't even like see him like feature those dudes anymore.
Yeah, I mean he kind of just like, I mean on that episode he straight up blurted out the N word a couple of times, but you know what?
Yeah,
It
yeah,
was enjoyable for the most part, but I will say that it's kind of fallen off for me in particular because it seems like a lot of the show now is him just like being wrong about information
yeah,
and then somebody in the back having to correct them immediately,
yeah,
and also him just making like sweeping generalizations about stuff.
yeah, yeah, yeah. And not only that, but then also slowly like
Yeah.
bringing up that Trisha left, but also like, ooh, we're not gonna get there. We're not gonna dig.
I don't know. I haven't watched his videos in a long time just because he doesn't make the kind of content that
Yeah.
I like anymore.
Well, I'm like when
I
he
can
was
still go back and watch his older videos. So
Yeah.
I still enjoy them.
like yeah anything like just the right height, no bucket required.
Yeah.
Like
Oh yeah, that's a classic.
His like his classic cringe days where it was just him and a fucking computer and a fucking chair, and then he would just sit there and like watch these videos, and then he would just like like he'd just start like losing his shit.
Yeah.
Because he just doesn't react. I don't know. Cringe affects people in different ways.
It's like the cringe was like affecting his Tourette's.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So he would just start like just
For,
fucking like making noises and doing weird shit.
I mean, I know that there are actual ticks for him, but like some of it, I feel like he's playing it up a little bit when he's doing the fucking Konami code with his eyebrows.
Kind of weird that he didn't do it.
Up, up, down, down, left, right,
Yeah.
left, right, B, select, start, shit.
He didn't do it with Trisha. He changed.
He did kind of change a little bit, though.
It became the T channel. Like every episode that had him and her, they were talking shit about somebody.
Yeah.
And like, you know what I mean? That's
Well,
fine.
even before Trisha came along, there was like a whole controversy with like this Gokinaru dude who made like an entire video pointing out like a bunch of like Ethan's hypocrisy and shit.
Yeah.
And he came out and like did like a genuine, I think, you know, he did a genuine apology and stuff, but he kind of still did a lot of the same shit. And then he, it's funny because one of their podcasts had Susan Wojcicki, or whatever the fuck her name is, CEO of YouTube.
Yeah.
Old Susie W. And suspiciously, that video just kind of like disappeared off of YouTube.
Oh, interesting.
And he made like a bullshit excuse for it, which was like, oh, it wasn't me, you know, it was just because it was like, you know, but it's probably violence on it.
Copyrighted, right, guys?
Yeah, shit like that. It's stupid. It's like the same thing that he got into like a dispute with, like a legal dispute with over somebody, over like fucking copyrighted stuff. I don't know if that's the issue. That's just my speculation.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess aside from that, we're here on the eve of World War III.
Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, it's not a world war, but like.
Yeah. Well, Russia's been kind of like fucking around with Ukraine for a long. If you don't know, or if you've been living under a fucking rock,
Like me.
Basically, Russia's invading fucking Ukraine right now because they're right next to them. And he's doing it under the guise of like, oh, we want a united border. We want to denazify Ukraine, which is weird because the guy who's president in Ukraine is a Jewish man.
Yeah, and not to mention, I'm pretty sure they're a little bit progressive now. Like, you know what I mean? I think there's more Nazis here than there is there. Like, you know?
No, for sure. And, you know, China just kind of cut them off from financial stuff. Because, of course, China turned their fucking back on Russia. Why wouldn't they? Because they have more financial ties with the West. Even though they've been kind of, like, peeking at fucking Taiwan. Even though they've been, like, kind of flying around Taiwan right now.
Yeah, just flying. We're just flying around, bro.
Yeah.
No big deal.
I guess they kind of, like, looked at the... this is my guess, is that they just kind of looked at the reaction of, like, everyone around the fucking world. And they were like, I don't know if this is a good idea.
Yeah.
So they kind of just like backed off, and at the same time, the European Union cut them off from this. Well, this just happened. They cut them off from like the SWIFT financial backing thing,
Yeah.
where it's just like a bunch of banks holding international money. They cut them off from that, so the ruble is just going down like a motherfucker. And Russia,
The ruble.
yeah, that's their dollar.
No, I know.
Amazing.
It just sounds like a shiny rock.
The rupees.
Yeah, the rupee. The
Fucking
rupee
Zelda.
market is plummeting.
Zelda's pissed. Yeah. So, enough about that shit, because I don't want to dig any deeper into that than I have to, because there could be more news that comes out in the next, like, fucking 48 hours or whatever.
Yeah. Psych, we're just playing.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody else, yeah, pretty much. Nobody else, they're fucking beating Russia's ass right now, though, even though Russia's taking, like, a lot of checkpoints inside of Ukraine.
Yeah.
I think, like, something like 3,000 Russian soldiers are fucking dead now. They captured a bunch.
Yikes.
A bunch of their planes got, like, fucking shot down in Kiev. Right now, I think they're in Kiev. I don't know anything past that right now. That's kind of just... That's tonight.
You think Russia's going to pull the trigger, press some buttons, and fucking...
No, fuck no.
Send us to winter?
Because what the fuck would they have to take over?
I mean, yeah, true.
And I think China turned their back on them because it's like, well, not only are they playing both sides in the whole financial ties with the West thing, but it's also like, if they're already taking parts of the fucking European Union, then what's stopping them from taking parts of fucking Asia? So they're like, maybe this isn't a good idea.
Yeah.
So
maybe Russia's the new fucking yikes of the world. Like,
yeah, people are making that comparison.
I'm still a little bit concerned about the 400 destroyer Navy ships being made by China, but whatever. That's a problem for like next year.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. But yeah, aside from that, the celebrity reactions have been absolutely fucking hilarious.
Oh God!
I'll put the
everybody. Yeah, I was about to say it's like everybody just becomes like this political night the moment this shit starts happening.
Everyone becomes an expert in foreign policy.
I'm so aware. I'm so woke, guys.
Yeah, there was one actress. I forget her fucking name. She's probably in some bullshit.
Yeah.
Recently, I don't fucking know. But she made some video where she was essentially like, if I was your mother, you would have been loved, Putin. And then she's like doing like rhyming with it, and it's like, of course it's some like LA fucking white lady.
Like, in her like fucking video, she's talking like a baby Putin. It's like Putin space, but on a baby.
Pretty much, and she's like doing this thing where it's like, his mother didn't love him. That's why he turned out to be a bad man.
Oh my God.
That's basically what she's saying.
Yeah.
Which I guess actually is kind of like a mystery in Russia, is like, who the fuck is Vladimir Putin's mom? But it's fucking hilarious to just watch this lady make sweeping generalizations about shit she has no fucking idea about. It's great.
No, dude, she's there, dude. She's hip. She's with it, bro.
Yeah.
Pray for Palestine or something, man.
I forget what artist it was. I think it was some artist or some actor was playing like that game Wordle.
Yeah.
And he just posted it on his fucking...
Bro, I tried that shit. It makes me mad.
Yeah. I can't do word puzzle games.
Okay, I can, but if you put me on the clock and you add a little bit of stress, I don't know. It's like I just crumble. I wasn't the spelling bee kid.
I'm too stupid. 100%. I'm just too stupid. I'm good at math, or I'm good at English and English comprehension.
Yeah.
But when it comes to solving puzzles and riddles, I'm an idiot. Sorry.
Yeah.
So, there was also another tweet, a poorly timed tweet. Now, I will say, it's not really totally his fault. It was just poorly timed.
Yeah.
But everybody, The Weeknd. I'll put it up on screen, but it's pretty much like right after between and before. I guess he did it for like a promotion for a fucking new album. But between breaking, NATO says Russian attack has begun, and then CBS breaking, NATO says Russia has begun attacking Ukraine moments after Vladimir. In between those fucking tweets, he just tweets 1 minute. In like the same fucking time frame, he just tweets, "Let's go! Let's fucking go!"
Exactly. He didn't say "let's fucking go" and then put like fucking swords and shit.
Yeah, that'd be fucking hilarious if he did that.
Fucking like the little mushroom cloud emoji.
It's so fucking good, dude. So good. Like, it just makes you realize how fucking out of touch celebrities are.
Yeah.
That one wasn't his fault, but the other thing was totally her fault.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, the Wordle thing. I forgot to finish it. Some fucking artist was playing Wordle. Was it an artist? Some fucking, like, actor, dude. Some personality.
Yeah.
On Wordle posted, like, I guess he spelled out a word and it said peace. And he just posted that as a thing. How brave. How brave of him. How is Vladimir Putin ever going to recover from that? Don't know how.
Dude, that's fucking, that's real as fuck, dude.
That's real, dude. They're out here solving shit. What am I doing? I'm just some asshole.
I'm just a fucking schmuck.
Just some fucking guy.
But you know what you're not doing, right? Getting involved in other people's world war problems.
Yeah. Fuck that. You know what? I'm praying for the people of Ukraine right now.
Not yet.
Sucks. I'm not going to war for you. I'm sorry.
Yeah, no.
I'm not. Canada's right there. Canada's like right there, dude. Don't even care.
Exactly. I didn't set up our societies, you know.
Yeah. I could just build an underground bunker.
Yeah,
in
exactly.
my backyard. I could just go in it and live in it. Insert heating, cooling.
Yeah.
You know?
I didn't set up the structures and the governments and the whole divide, but, yeah.
Yeah, I'm not going to let some asshole in a suit determine whether or not I have to go die in fucking Eastern Europe.
Yeah, exactly.
Some, like, old fucking asshole who's never been to war.
I just got lit up in a farm.
Yeah. My fucking grandpa, my great-grandpa, they both saw war. My great-grandpa went to fucking World War II. My grandpa served, like, fucking 4 tours in Vietnam. Fuck that, dude. War is awful. War is horrible. They never talked about those experiences ever.
Yeah, no.
So anyone who would willingly send their fucking men to just, like, do horrible shit in another country, you're a piece of shit.
Yeah. For sure, part of the digression of our species.
Yeah. Oh, man.
This one got real political.
Yeah,
That's rare for us.
Yeah.
You know, because you're an asshole.
Yeah, that's fair. I think that's fair to say. I'm an idiot. I'm not gonna.
I am also an asshole.
I'm not gonna make any fucking excuse like I'm some fucking big brain, galaxy brain dude.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm a fucking idiot. I can't think my way out of a fucking paper bag. I'll freely admit that. I'm not
intelligent. I'm just clever. But there's a clear as day difference.
Yeah. Oh. So aside from that, you been watching anything?
Oh my god, dude. So recently I watched the only 3 Texas Chainsaw Massacre movies worth existing. I watched the one from the 80s.
Yeah.
And honestly,
Hell
dude,
yeah.
alright, honest opinion. I like the 2003 one better. I'll probably get some shade for that. But the 80s one, for its time,
Great
and
fucking
the editing,
movie.
and just the room when she's in that fucking room full of, like, feathers.
Yeah.
Spoilers, but it's from the 80s. Fuck you.
Yeah.
She's in the room full of feathers and like bones that fucking hanging from anywhere. The room
fucking
looks like
great.
it smells. And she's just on the ground getting smothered by feathers.
Yeah.
Like literally sit up. Sit up a foot and a half. but she's like doing what my dog does.
Just like freaking the
sucking
fuck
up
out.
all the fucking like exactly the debris and everything that's on the fucking ground with her fucking face flat.
Because she's like fucking losing her mind.
Yeah, exactly, which is completely understandable. By the way, she had cardio, but not better cardio than Jessica Biel because that bitch ran that whole movie.
That's why that movie works, is because it's so fucking bizarre. And everything that happens in it is so weird that it just works as a movie.
It does. Like, it does. That's why I even at the end of it, he does like his little fucking signature move, like a Tekken character. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
And I was just like, yeah, fuck yeah, that was awesome.
His little angry chainsaw dance.
Yeah. Okay, and then I rewatched the one from the 2003. That one is just so fucking man, it's over the top. Plus the guy. It legitimately scared me. Like the live action, like kind of like video at the end where they're going through the house, and he just fucking like rushes at them. That shit legit scared me.
I'll be honest. Yeah, that was I think the first horror movie I ever like went and saw in the theaters. That and it had like it was at Ford, Wyoming.
Yeah. Oh, dude, that's so fucking sick.
Yeah, it was me and my family, and we saw that and Dawn of the Dead.
Damn, that's fucking awesome.
Fucking Dawn of the Dead remake. It's fucking awesome. It was great.
That is the pinnacle of a double feature.
Yeah.
Most of the time, it just feels like two random ass movies. It could be The Matrix and Sing. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Fucking like, but like that's badass. That's fucking awesome.
Dude, we should go to the fucking drive-in sometime.
Man, I want to, but you gotta go see certain movies because the movie's a little too low lighting. Then it's just kind of a terrible time.
We talk about it all the time.
Yeah. And if you're going like to actually watch the movie, then you're gambling with your experience.
Yeah, but that movie is really good. I think what works about it is, I mean, I like the weird like little town conspiracy that's going on in the fucking movie.
Yeah, exactly.
The weird, creepy, like, oh, everyone is like kind of fucking in on it. Some of the gore and like the fucking chase scenes didn't really do it for me because I feel like that entire movie is just Jessica Biel fucking running.
Yeah. No.
Half of that movie is just her doing a fucking light jog.
Fucking Leatherface looked in that movie. I don't know, dude. They just found the right big guy with lunch lady arms.
Yeah.
And of course, his cardio has to be on top, otherwise it's not him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I feel like you have to like do a test. You have to fucking like, run a half K. Let's see how long you can. We're just gonna like rerun the footage, and we're just gonna film a good wipeout. We're just gonna drag out the run scene. Yeah. But my man was booking it. He was fucking probably 250 plus with a chainsaw, and he was just still right on her fucking tail the whole fucking movie. He's always 30 feet behind you. That's the scariest fucking thing about him.
Yeah.
And then another thing, little tie-in. What fucking game is it? Fred's obsessed with it. Dead by Daylight. The whole hook idea. I didn't know it came from him.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, which is stupid as fuck. I should have known that, but like I haven't seen.
No, that's fine.
And but yeah, I just thought that was interesting.
Yeah, it's a good movie.
But
I mean, it's decent. I don't really like after seeing the original. Like I kind of love the original, and the newest one. Have you seen the newest one?
Yes, I've seen the newest one. That's what I was about to get to. That is the
Fucking
one I watched.
hate it.
Dude, they gave him a special move. Spoilers. Fuck you.
They gave him a special move?
Yeah, he throws the fucking chainsaw like a bowling ball. Like, the cool asshole way you throw a bowling ball? Like, it does like the spinny spin and then like you get a strike somehow? He does that shit and it fucking gets this old girl's fucking ankles. But you see it spin.
The franchise needs to die. I'm sorry.
No,
it's
it
done.
doesn't. And of course,
it's fucking done.
What else did he do? He threw like a fucking. He had like a little hammer and he threw that bitch. He just blasted this fucking chick. They gave him like moves. He had like he threw the fucking chainsaw
Mortal
twice.
Kombat moves.
He threw it twice, and that was.
Oh my god.
The last one was the dramatic one. The other one, he just literally lobbed that bitch at a moving car, just I guess to deter them, distract them. Not the chainsaw again.
Did you talk with Dane about it?
No.
I was talking with Dane about it, and he kind of like described the entire movie about how the chainsaw essentially just acts like a fucking lightsaber, and it just slices through anything.
Exactly. It slices through everything, and apparently if it's idle, you don't fucking hear it. I don't get it. How the fuck do you not hear a chainsaw?
There's like a scene where he's like cutting through the floorboards, but he's also not only is he cutting through
Yeah.
floorboards, he's cutting through like support beams.
Yeah, exactly.
And shit.
He's cutting through the foundation of the fucking house.
And he gets old girl. He like kills her or whatever.
No,
and
it's close.
Oh, he gets close.
Yeah.
It's like how, and then there's one scene where he chainsaws a fucking bus. How?
Dude, he does.
And then he kills like a bus full of hipsters.
Dude, this is unfortunately what would happen is some Gen Z ass little babies were all on a bus together, and there's a giant man with a chainsaw coming towards you. You would think that 16 plus people could fucking mobilize and just figure it out. Like, hey, if we all just push forward, I don't know, grab a chair, and like if we all just push, like mosh pit style, I think we could just smother this dude.
Yeah,
I think we could smother him and then just beat the fuck out of him.
I'm sorry, I don't care, but if you're fucking Jason Voorhees, if you're any fucking movie monster, 16 people come at you, and not only this, but he is like a 60-plus-year-old man now.
Yeah.
Like, that character is like 60-plus years old. He gets shot in the fucking shoulder, and I think in the stomach, too.
Yeah, with the fucking 12 gauge.
He gets got by, like, a knife, like, a bunch of times in the fucking stomach.
And, dude,
he gets fucked up.
He gets fucked up, and he's
I'm
fine.
sorry.
And he always chainsaws his leg a little bit.
Yeah.
It's like this point in the movie where when he does it, he stops and he's like, Murr, because he's like, man. It's just, maybe it's just like the irony. I don't know, it gets him.
That's what gets me about the fucking Halloween movie is that he's doing like John Wick shit.
Dude, that's what, exactly. This new movie turned the fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre Dundergoon into a covert ops fucking, like, you know what I mean? Like,
stupid. I hate it.
He's even like he's fucking leaving the chainsaw running in certain places, and then like the people go to, oh shit, and they find just the chainsaw, and then he comes out of nowhere and just sticks them, just tackles the fuck out of them.
Like, it's stupid. I'm sorry. No. I don't like the idea of fucking, there's one scene in the newer Halloween movie, Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
Where somebody's like leaning outside of a car, and they're like fucking I guess he like grabs her hair, like beats shit out of her or some shit, like kills her. Something, I don't know, something fucking happens where they're sitting there looking around for him before he comes out of nowhere, and they were about to like run him over or some shit, and he's just like all of a sudden on top of the car after like sneaking up on them. I'm sorry, there's no fucking way that Michael fucking Myers, a 60-plus-year-old Michael fucking Myers, in his fucking late to mid-60s, is doing a ninja flip on top of the goddamn car.
Yeah, no.
And slicing somebody's fucking head off. No.
These people are just slashers, and sure, they're full of, like, manic rage and fucking unsettling schizophrenia, but they're not gonna fucking, like, out of nowhere, I don't know, my rage, and then take 6 slugs to the chest.
Yeah.
And not only that,
no fucking way.
I don't know how to fucking turn off the power in a house. Like, you know what I mean? Like, fucking hiding in the ductwork and then fucking coming down type shit.
Yeah. I'm sorry? No. Fucking, there's one scene, where he gets ganged up on by, like, in Halloween Kills, where Michael Myers gets ganged up on by, like, most of the fucking town people, and they beat the dog shit out of him. They're, like, fucking hitting him with shit, they're shooting him with stuff, and he's just, like, on the ground, and nobody thinks, like, hey, maybe I should take, like, a fucking machete and, like, remove his fucking head, or at least chop off his fucking arms and legs so he can't do anything, right? And he just gets up like he's fucking fine and just comes after people. And just kills all of them. He kills all, like 15, fucking 16 people. Just kills them all. How? No.
Right.
I don't believe it. It's stupid.
Okay. And back to, like, the new Texas...
I'll give it to Jason Voorhees. He's at least, like, an undead, like, creature.
Yeah. Exactly. He's always been like an entity kind of situation.
Yeah.
Where, like, it's like Freddy. It's like.
At least Freddy Krueger is literally a fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
He is literally a dream monster, man.
But those two things have always been in the realm of supernatural, whereas Mike Myers and fucking Leatherface, they're just big goon-ass dudes.
Yeah.
But these movies keep trying to make them, I don't know, superhumans with this advanced, I don't know, background. Like, they're all Navy SEALs, like, you know what I mean? But they're fucking maniacs.
It's,
cat killers.
Fucking... I don't know. In the new one, the new Texas Chainsaw Massacre, it's very gory, and it's like, oh, yeah, that's fucking
Yeah, there's gore, but then, like, they use also... I'm still,
it
like...
It ruins it.
It does ruin it. And it also ruins it when it's more CG than it is, like, real effects. But, I have to get over that at some point, but, like...
It's like the reason that the original worked was not because it was, like, gory and fucking crazy, and they were chopping arms off and guts and everything. You actually see very little gore at all.
You really do. I was just about to say that. Like, I felt like it was kind of vanilla, but at the same time, just weird as fuck. And if I watched it in the times, then, like, it'd be like, oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That was a ride.
The reason why it works, and
like
the reason...
fever dream.
Yeah. Yeah. The reason why it works so much is because it builds up, like, a really bizarre, creepy fucking atmosphere. To where, like, you don't know who in this little town is, like, a good person or not.
Yeah.
Or who's, like, fucking in on it with this, like, family of cannibals.
Yeah, exactly. And that, like, I feel like all the movies kind of capture that, like, well. Like, where you're just like, who the fuck isn't in on this?
It's like if you went to, like, a random fucking town, podunk, middle of fucking nowhere, and you
population 12.
Yeah, and you were just kind of, like, walking around, stop at a gas station, and a fucking chimp just comes out randomly of the fucking gas station and, like, looks at you for a second, and then somebody comes out of nowhere with a gun and fucking shoots it in the head.
Yeah.
But you don't see the gore. You don't see anything. You just see it get shot or whatever from a different angle.
Not the most valuable primate.
And it's just like, whoa, what the fuck just happened? It's like a mind fuck. It's there to, like, mess with you. It's a movie that's there to, like, fuck with your senses. And especially, like, even when the one dude gets, like, chainsawed in the fucking wheelchair or whatever, when the girl's, like, invalid brother gets fucked up by the chainsaw, he's, like, sitting in an angle so that you don't see any of the blood. You don't see anything.
Don't. And it just looks like he's just, like... It looks like he's, like, dancing in front of him. It looks like
flailing the fuck around.
Yeah, it doesn't even look like he's, like, really, like, getting in there, getting anywhere. But really, he's just cutting him, like, it just creates...
Yeah. It creates...
Leave it up to your imagination that, oh, man, he's getting fucking McMangled.
Yeah. And then when they're in the house with, like, the old man and shit, and they're, like... He's, like, trying to hit her in the head, but he's, like, failing with it, and it keeps just falling. And she's like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah.
Yeah, like, that's how you should, like, when you're making a Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie, you should cultivate the violence when you can, and make it gory.
Of course, it has to be visceral,
small
and, like,
parts.
fucking strange, but, like, I think you should focus more on the strange, because the strange is more eerie.
When the strange happens, it builds up the atmosphere, so that when the actual scary, like, gore shit happens... That's when it, like, hits even harder.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And I feel like that was, like, their best formulaic approach. And, like, even in this new one, they tried to, like, bring back Old Girl from the 80s one.
Yeah.
Yeah, they tried to bring her back and give her, like, this dog the bounty hunter arc. But then her bitch ass crumbles and she dies in fucking 2.5 scenes. And you're just like, what was the point of her fucking character development? But the point is, like, it's just an homage, like, like... Yeah, she's still alive and she wants him. But no one can stop this fucking Navy SEAL goon with faces on his face.
At least, like, when they brought back fucking Tommy or whatever in Friday the 13th, and I forget which one it was, but it was the one where he's, like, an adult and he comes back to kill Jason or whatever.
Yeah.
It's the first one where Jason becomes a fucking zombie. It's like when he gets, like, shocked by the electricity or whatever, and he wakes up and he's just like a fucking monster man. Yeah. It's like
that one is fucking weird. I know what you're talking about. It feels like a run along movie though. I feel like I've seen all of those movies, or at least bits and pieces of all of them, and it's like a fucking 6.5 hour movie in my mind.
At least when they brought that character back, he was like a little kid before, but when they brought him back, he actually had like something to do with the plot, and he had something to do either other than to just be like random fucking fodder for the villain to kill. It's very dumb. The new one's very dumb.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Like, I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either, but to be honest, alright, I think there's 2 Texas Chainsaw Massacres other than the 3 we just named, and they're awful.
No, there's a few Texas... There's
really?
a lot of Texas Chainsaw Massacres.
I could have swore there was only, like, fucking, like, 2 other ones.
The only
like,
ones...
In general, like, 5,
Oh,
right?
that's, I don't know. I forget. There's a few of them. There's one where Leatherface is a lady. There's
Never seen that.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Okay.
There's one with Matthew McConaughey. Sorry.
How do you feel about that, dude?
Stupid, honestly. But, no, that actually was an honest mistake. I feel like an asshole now. Matthew McConaughey. No, that actually genuinely was a fucking honest mistake.
Yeah, you have the power to just shut the fuck up and then just edit out all of this.
I'm not. I'm
no,
100% not.
You should just make this the sound of cats.
Yeah. So there's one with Matthew McConaughey. There's one Dennis Hopper, I think. That one's fucking Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2 from the 80s. It's like,
see,
it's so good.
I didn't even know that this well, I was hoping, but like I didn't know that this franchise got its 17 shitty 80s sequels.
Yeah, no, definitely. The first 2 are so like the one, the original one's great.
Yeah.
The second one, fucking awesome. There's a chainsaw fight in it because there is I guess.
Hold on. Why would that happen?
Okay.
Wouldn't the chains kind of wouldn't something?
Don't worry about it.
All right, bro.
Don't fucking worry about it. It's too sick. It's too fucking sick.
What is that, like Gears of War shit?
Yeah, dude. So basically it's this lady is like a shock jock, and she's like a radio jockey, and this guy comes in and he's a total fucking weirdo. And part of his fucking scalp is missing because he keeps fucking itching it, and he's like a creepy weirdo. And at the same time, I guess she gets kidnapped. And then there's this. Have you ever seen the Super Mario Brothers movie?
Only enough to know it exists, and that
the main villain that plays Bowser.
Yeah.
Dennis Hopper. He plays the sheriff in this, and he's like the sort of main protagonist. He's a duotagonist with the other lady.
Yeah.
At the same time, he's trying to hunt down this family, or whatever, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre family. And he's going to save the girl because she goes missing. And he's obsessed with fucking finding Leatherface and fighting him with a chainsaw. Obsessed with the idea. It's fucking awesome. And then he gets there, and I think towards the end they finally have the chainsaw fight, and it's so fucking sick, dude. They're just battling like Star Wars. And he's got on a fucking cowboy hat and shit, dude. It's so badass.
Okay, so the battle does actually go for a minute.
Yeah. It's great.
It's not old girl's fucking shining moment and then her bitch ass dies in 3.5.
No. It's fucking great. It's
okay, so now see that's badass, and now I have another one to watch.
Yeah.
But
definitely.
Speaking of shitty movies that probably shouldn't have happened, there was another movie I watched. It was fucking a Freddy Krueger movie. It was
Freddy Krueger?
Fucking which one was it? It was a Nightmare on Elm Street, but it was a weird one. It was a West. Okay, basically it was a movie talking about the movie franchises, but also throwing in.
Oh, it's like a documentary thing.
No, it wasn't even a documentary thing. It was just a movie. It was just a 94
New Nightmare.
Yep, exactly.
New Nightmare is fucking awesome.
Oh, you liked it?
No, it's one of the best fucking Friday the 13th movie, or not Nightmare on Elm Street movies.
Let me run through this. Make sure we're on the same page. Because again, this is another one where there's like fucking 14 movies.
Yeah.
All right.
It's about the main actress, right?
Yeah. And like
The
it's
original
showing
series.
like her like living her life, and then like life after the movie franchise, and now Freddy Krueger's actually after her.
Yeah, because he's like a fucking demon. He's like actually just like a demon that
Dude, I had to stop
kind of
halfway.
invaded.
That's the best movie.
Dude, it's so good, right?
No, I stopped because it was bad.
What?
Okay. Like,
Shut the fuck up.
Okay. Like I said, maybe I just fully haven't immersed myself in this entirety of its franchise because, again, we're talking like fucking 14 movies at this point.
Yeah.
Like maybe I haven't fully dug deep into like especially like anything before 2000.
Yeah.
But what I watched was like not great. It just wasn't it for me.
What?
I don't know. Like maybe I just didn't give it a chance. The setup was too slow, but like that was me, dude. I hit the.
Oh.
Yeah.
No, that movie's fucking great. What are you talking about?
Man, I just couldn't get with it.
Because I like the idea that he's like a fucking demon that slowly seeped his way into reality through like scripts.
Yeah.
And like people's fucking minds, in the back of people's minds. And him becoming more real through the idea of like people making movies about him.
See, and like, yeah, I agree.
Which is the idea from the original movie.
Yeah, I agree. It was a good idea, but I just feel like I enjoyed the other movies more than I enjoyed this one. Like, it's
That's
almost
okay.
like this movie was different, formulaically speaking, but like, I just didn't really like it that much.
You know, it's the fucking 9th Nightmare on Elm Street movie.
That one is the 9th one?
Yep.
Damn, see, that's what I'm saying, dude. Like, there could have been fucking 18 Texas Chainsaw Massacres, and I only know 5. Legitimately, only know 5.
Yeah.
I didn't even know anything about that chainsaw battle that I'm totally gonna watch after this.
You know what? Let me look up how many fucking movies there are for Texas Chainsaw.
I know there's a lot, because there was at least 2, if not 3, that were also in like the 2010s to like the early 2000s.
How many sequels have there been? There's got to be like a decent amount, right? Because
Right.
I remember there being like 2 or 3 movies recently.
That's what I'm saying. So either I'm not that far off, or you're right, and there's like fucking 8 unaccounted for movies.
Let's see, because, okay. There have been 9 movies.
Damn, see? Like,
Yeah.
even that's a lot.
So there is, let's see, 1974, the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
So there's one before the 80s one.
Yep. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 2. Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3. Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Next Generation. I think that's the one with Matthew McConaughey. Yep. And Renee Zellweger. Which are kind of like big names, weirdly enough.
I was going to say that too.
franchise.
Like, normally it's like no name fucking this teenage actor.
Yeah. There's Texas Chainsaw 2003. There's Texas Chainsaw Massacre The Beginning, which was like the prequel one that they made.
Yeah.
Texas Chainsaw Massacre 3D. I forgot this one fucking existed. Leatherface. Literally just Leatherface.
Oh, what year was that? Was it like 09, 010?
2017.
Oh, fuck. Oh, so that's like one of the more like recent ones.
Yeah. Yeah, I remember there was Texas Chainsaw 3D, which is fucking awful. It was fucking garbage. That one.
Oh, yeah.
That
really
one
bad.
came out in fucking 2013.
I didn't like the way he looked in that either.
Yeah.
Told you, there's very few movies where they just really like nail his like.
Leatherface.
Yeah.
And then the newest one was Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
That's why the fucking 2003 one got me really bad, because it really focused on his face without the faces on. You know what I mean? He has like a little he has a no-nose Voldemort situation.
Yeah, it's very dumb. It's weird that they have 2 prequels.
That is true. That is really fucking annoying, actually.
It's
But
really
doesn't
dumb.
everything need 6 origin stories?
85 different fucking origin stories for Leatherface. It's very dumb. Don't like it. Fucking 2 out of 10. You been watching anything else?
Yeah, I know, right? I could rant and rave about shitty horror movies all day, though. I love that whole, like...
Oh, yeah, me too. You mentioned, like, Shudder earlier.
Yeah, dude. Okay.
Shudder's great.
I don't pay for anything. I was actually against it. I was just so for everyone else, like, getting platforms and me getting their platforms. And that's just how I did it.
Yeah.
I've had someone's Netflix for fucking 7 years. But I actually paid for Shudder because I didn't realize it's a gold mine. There's so many fucking good horror things, plus / original, like,
and also like
things.
terrible horror movies
and
too.
horrible shit from like the
Plethora.
90s on. Like, I love it, man. There's even like a new VHS movie, like, you know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
they really they nailed it for me. That's why I just immediately I was like, fuck yeah.
New VHS movie was decent. There was
Yeah,
like
it was alright.
1 or 2 segments that I wasn't really like a fan of. There was a couple of them that were really good. The Ratma one.
Yeah.
Where it was like a giant rat creature underground. People were like fucking worshiping it and shit. It was very dumb, but it was like enjoyable.
Exactly, and it just felt like the other one. Like, you know what I mean? Like, like it really just encompassed that, and like it just I don't know. Nothing beats like the first one though. With the fucking I like you. The weird split face bitch.
Yeah, that one was fucking classic.
Yeah.
Great movie. There's some other good shit on Shudder too. There's like what I like.
The Nick Cage series.
Is there?
Yeah. I forgot what it's called. I might have to like look it up, but like yeah, it's fucking him doing like serious Nick Cage shit.
There's one fucking there's one show that I really like on Shudder, and it's basically it literally is just like old horror movies. Oh, well, sometimes newer horror movies too, with like it does it like old TV shows where there's like an old commercial break.
Yeah.
But instead of a commercial break, there was this host on TNT for this late night thing called Monster Vision.
Yeah.
And the idea was that they played like late night horror movies and shit past like a certain time, and they would do it like all night. And there was this one dude who basically like was a host for like all of it for throughout the entirety of the 90s, named Joe Bob Briggs. And he does like a new thing where it's like, you know, between movies and stuff, between like the commercials, he would just like hang out and like talk to the audience, like, and he would do like how many arms are dismembered in this fucking movie, how many titties are shown, however many cars are destroyed, or some shit like that.
I love
it's
shit
great.
like that though. That's fucking sweet. It's like a little like it's almost like a fucking like special scenes or like
Yeah, it's called like Joe Bob Briggs Drive-In and Drive-In Theater or some shit. And he'll like stop between the movie. There's like a newer person that I've been kind of watching with my grandma recently.
Yeah.
His name is Sven Gulli. Well, he's kind of like older, but he does like the same sort of shit on like public access TV.
Yeah.
But he'll play like older fucking horror movies and stuff. It's great. It's a lot of fun. I don't know why I like that, like the interruptions between the movie, because I do get sucked into the movie. So sometimes it's like, yeah, you know, it sucks having shit cut between the movie, but it gives me that sense of like nostalgia behind it, of like watching a movie on TV.
Yeah.
And between it would just cut, and there'd be like a dude there'd be like, hey, you know what, this is a fucking good, cool movie, here's some shit about the movie, here's some fun facts, and here's some funny shit, and the network censors won't let us show this kind of thing. It'd be like that kind of thing. It's I don't know, I like it, it's fun.
Yeah.
And the Svengoolie dude, instead of like newer, like more modern horror movies like 80s to 2000s or whatever, he'll do like 50s to like 60s. So it'll be like black and white movies and shit.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
I love it.
Yeah. Dude, what else do they have on there? It's like, I never actually watched this, but it's really super fucking iconic. It has like the old girl, and like, I don't know if she runs through like horror movie bits. She's like a host.
Elvira?
Yeah. Yeah.
I thought she was on Amazon. Is she on fucking Shudder now?
Yeah, she's on Shudder.
Fuck yeah, dude. I love Elvira.
What is it?
She basically,
Like, I get
it's
the
the same thing.
reference, but like, Okay, yeah. So she's
Yeah,
a host and she goes through like fucking old
yeah,
like horror skits and shit. And, like,
yeah, and she'll pretty much the same thing where she'll watch like a horror movie, and it's I don't know, it feels like whenever that happens, they're watching the movie with us,
yeah.
and it makes it. This is gonna sound cringy as fuck, but it makes it feel not so lonely sometimes.
No. Yeah, I can get that.
Yeah, Last Drive-In with Joe Bob Briggs. It's fucking great.
Yeah.
It's a lot of fun. And he does like a lot of 80s horror movies,
Yeah.
which are like the best fucking
Oh
horror
yeah,
movies.
dude. Because the real effects and everything that they use is just so fucking like for it's I don't even care. It's for
Yeah.
now even. It's just lit. It's just fucking sweet. It's people's heads exploding and fucking like it's really a watermelon. But the power of editing, like it's just fucking.
Yeah.
It's badass. There was like this whole. I went to Universal Studios and they have this whole like little show where they just go through the years of like Universal Studios like directing and like all these horror directors and how they truly like fucking 8 hours for every scene that they had to do with Frankenstein, but they just nailed it.
Yeah.
Like I don't know what the fuck their like names are. They're like real like iconic people. I should probably like.
Oh, like Bela Lugosi.
Yeah.
Boris Karloff.
Yeah.
And stuff. Fuck
I
yeah,
knew you
dude.
would know, but like.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That shit's so fucking sweet.
Lon Chaney Jr.
I don't even know the market for it now because CG is just so much easier for people to use. But like, man, I've always loved that shit. That's why I did the fucking weird makeup shit for years because I'm genuinely into it.
I think that CG definitely does have a place in
Of course.
horror movies.
Of course it does.
But if you do it like the fucking original, The Thing.
Yeah.
Not the very, very original black and white one, but the 80s one.
Yeah.
Like, they used a little bit of, like, computer stuff with it. And looked fine.
Well, yeah,
But, like, the actual practical effects of it are like, legendary.
Yeah, exactly.
That's why the new one sucked, is because it was literally all... They had rigs set up of, like, actual effects, like, actual tangible effects.
Yeah.
They didn't use any of it. They opted for... Even though they already had the shit made, they already spent the money to make it, they just didn't use it.
Which is fucking...
It was all CGI.
Yeah, which is stupid as fuck. Because you could do, like, it's really not that hard to do. Like, you know what I mean? But, like, I guess...
It's a lot of time and effort to make it look good
exactly.
and newer
and
cameras.
like I just said, like, I'm pretty sure that shit they had to do back in the day, they still have to do it now. So, scene for scene, bit for bit, if the fucking mass tears do it again, like, I'm pretty sure
Have you seen Into the Void?
No, I haven't.
I think they have it on... I think it's just called The Void. I'm not sure. I'll have to look it up real quick. But I'm not sure if it's on Shudder anymore or not. It used to be like a Shudder exclusive. But, Void movie. Yeah, The Void, 2016. It's fucking great. They used mostly all practical effects, and it's such a fucking creepy movie. It's so good.
Yeah.
It's like this sheriff. I'm not sure if he's sheriff. I think he's deputy. But he gets trapped in this hospital while this cult is, like, surrounding the entire hospital and, like, kind of trapping him and the rest of the staff in there.
Yeah.
And it's very, like, podunk town, like, middle of nowhere kind of place. And once they get trapped in there, creepy shit starts fucking happening. And all the effects are, like, totally practical. There's, like, monsters in it and shit. It's fucking great.
That's so fucking
It's
sweet.
genuinely such a good
Is that The Void?
Yeah, The Void,
Yeah.
2016. It's very good. I'm not sure if it's on Shudder right now or not. But hey, if you got the time, fucking check it out. It's a really good movie.
Also get Shudder.
Yeah, get Shudder for
Sponsor
sure.
me, Shudder.
Yeah, dude, if we could land Shudder as a sponsor, I'd be so fucking happy.
Fuck yeah.
Shudder's fucking sick. Yeah, but Joe Bob Briggs, his thing is, yeah, he'll do like movies from like the 80s. Sometimes he'll do early, like newer 2000s movies. So like if you look at like the first season, I think he just recently did a season in 2021 just now, but he'll do like an entire like movie franchise and shit. and he had fucking Bruce Campbell. He had fucking Ash
Oh, dude, that's
on one
so
of the
fucking
episodes.
sweet.
And they'll do episodes live, and you can kind of catch, because you know how on the app they have like the TV thing, like whatever's playing right now,
Yeah.
like the little TV station things. It'll come on at a certain time. Like they'll do it like 8 o'clock at a certain fucking day or whatever, like TV,
Yeah.
you know. And it's fun to just like get ready for something that fucking night and just get like some popcorn and chill out and watch a fucking horror movie with fucking people on TV who are also watching it at the same time.
Yeah.
And because it's live, they just do it fucking live.
That's so fucking cool.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about this.
Yeah, and I think the day that Bruce Campbell was on it, they watched fucking Maniac Cop 1 and 2. If you haven't seen those movies, they're great.
Wait, Maniac Cop?
Yeah, it's about a zombie cop that comes back and starts killing people on the street.
Oh, that's fucking hilarious.
It's
no,
fucking
I've never
great.
Seen it.
It's from the 80s. And Bruce Campbell's in the first one. And spoiler alert for a movie from 1990, he dies in the second one. It's really stupid. I don't know why they just killed him off. I think because he just didn't want to be in it. So he was just like, whatever, just fucking kill me.
See, man, and that's another reason, like, I'm so happy I have Shudder now. I feel like I just had, like, a whole new appreciation to, like, horror. Like, I feel like I always neglect it, but honestly, I'd say it's probably one of my favorite, like, movie genres.
Yeah.
Next to comedy. Like, you know, nothing really, like, touches that, but, like...
Yeah.
I've always been about it.
He also does, like, he'll do it by week. So, like, week 7, week 8, whatever. He'll do 2 movies a night. And what the fuck was it? He did one called, like, Summer Sleepover. And he did it back in, like, August 2020.
Yeah.
It was, like, Slumber Party Massacre 2 and Victor Crowley. I think one of the Hatchet movies or some shit. It's a lot of fun. I can't chill it enough, but yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely gonna check that out.
Yeah, it's fun. It's fucking great. And Ashley doesn't like it because she's like, I just want to watch the movie and I don't want to hear somebody talk about it. But I like it. I like
that angle too, just because like we even talked about like doing this on the podcast where we watch like a movie or like a
like do a commentary.
And do a commentary. It doesn't have to be like the whole movie
Commentary
in its entirety. It could just be like, I don't know, a segment. Like, you know what I mean?
I'd like to do the Jackass movies.
Oh my god, that'd be so fucking funny. It would just be us talking about Chris Pontius's dick and like the golden days.
Yeah, we would just have to sync the audio up with the video, but aside from that, like, it would be a lot of fucking fun.
Fucking hilarious.
And just like get drunk and watch a few movies. There's one channel. Shout out to fucking fuck, I forget their name now. Now I have to look this up. Now I gotta Google this shit.
Oh, look at that.
Shut up, man. Leave me alone.
I didn't write notes.
I should have wrote this down beforehand because I had notes. I knew where I wanted to go, and now I'm fumbling it, and it happens every fucking time. Is it called That's About It? Pretty Much It. It's called Pretty Much It. And they do like commentary tracks of like movies and shit. And they're pretty fucking funny. I'm sure like all those fucking videos get claimed.
Yeah.
But they have people like, you know, if you want to like buy the commentary tracks or whatever, it's they do like a bunch of fucking movies. And they lived, I think the one dude like lives in his fucking van or whatever. So he does it with his fucking buddy. Like they'll just like sit there and watch a fucking movie.
Just watching a movie in a van, chilling, doing commentary.
Yeah.
That's fucking sick.
Yeah, it's fun. Shout out to that channel because they're fucking awesome. I genuinely enjoy their channel. But oh yeah, they watch the entirety of like 13 Reasons Why, and that's like a mainstay on their fucking channel of them just like throwing out inside jokes because of that fucking show.
If you haven't seen that series, it is the most unrewarding thing in the world.
There's the fucking scene where
It's like the last episode was just we have to include everything.
remember when they did like the dream sequence where it's like the future and like Terminator, and then he's got like the half cyborg face and he's fighting robots and shit.
Wow, bro.
It's so stupid.
It's
It's a bad show.
it like not only was it just generally bad, but like then it just spiraled into this fucking like over-inclusive nonsense,
Yeah.
and like nothing even made sense anymore. It just felt like the show existed just to break through some glass ceilings.
Just to exist.
Yeah. Just for justice. And there's nothing wrong with that, but when you completely throw out your plot for it, I don't know. I'm not with it.
Yeah. And they also
And I'm just not with it for the sake of storytelling.
They also did Tiger King recently. Like they did season 2 Tiger King.
New
It's
Tiger
fucking
King,
fucking-
right?
Yeah.
I still haven't watched it because it plays. In
Oh
that,
my
like,
god.
It plays in that level, that layer of like animal abuse that's really fucking hard for me to like kind of.
Yeah.
I can't even fully watch.
I know because you're
Blackfish.
in that like hobby and shit.
Yeah. Because
So
like
it's
it's
like-
just it genuinely fucks me up. It genuinely bothers me.
Yeah, I don't like it either. Like the part when he's like singing, "See something, I'm giving up on you." Meanwhile, this is in the new season, by the way. Meanwhile, they're burying a fucking chimp in his shirt in this fucking music video because this chimp died, and they wanted to perform like an autopsy, like a necropsy, to find out why it fucking died, and when it was like totally fucking healthy, it just died for no reason. And he's like, no, I have to bury it. He has to be buried. They bury it. They bury it like a fucking pharaoh in the ground with one of his Joe Exotic T-shirts that he just got from his fucking gift shop. And people 1,000 years from now are gonna find this and they're gonna be like, he was a king. Insanity. Pure insanity.
It's just like a little pharaoh fucking chimp, and then they start
Him
worshiping it.
buried with like a fucking like I just imagine them finding like a fucking like cup or like a mug that says #1 chimp.
But
chimpanzee.
It's just Joe Exotic at the bottom.
I
you know,
love
that's
giraffes.
his it's that line of merch. Like,
His
you know?
name was Joe Exotic.
Yeah.
My God. So dumb, dude.
The truth.
The truth revealed.
Yeah, but I still want to watch it just to
Oh, it's
see
great.
what the fuck happens with it.
Oh,
Carol Baskin winds up helping him out. Like, is that like?
no.
Okay, so my man is for sure still in prison.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I have done like a total 180 on Carol Baskin.
Oh, really?
Her husband, 1,000%. If she killed him, he fucking deserved it. He's a piece of shit.
Wow.
He ran a fucking whorehouse in Venezuela, or was it, what was it, Costa Rica? And it was full of like 15-year-olds and shit.
I was just about to say that. Of course
And like
it was
14-year-olds
Of
and
course
shit.
it was going there. Yeah.
Because of course he was. Because he fucking. Because she was like 17 or some shit when she fucking met the guy. She was like 14 or 15 when she fucking met the guy. And he was like already married in his fucking 30s. Yeah, he's a fucking scumbag. Carol Baskin's husband was a fucking scumbag. And you can quote me on that shit. That motherfucker, he deserved to die. I'm sorry. He was doing shady shit. He was doing like shady fucking like animal deals and stuff. He was like running a fucking whorehouse.
Dude.
And his favorite was a 15-year-old girl.
That's fucked up. And if you're in that line of work, like the Joe Exotic, like the animal trade in that time era, you're probably into some other nasty shit too.
Yeah, the locals in that area did not like him. Did not fucking like him. And the guy that was his financial advisor down there, I assume, I haven't watched it in a while, was pretty much like, if you keep like fucking around with people's daughters like this and you make this like a legit whorehouse, people are gonna be very fucking pissed at you. People are gonna take care of you. And by take care, I mean blow his fucking brains out probably.
Yeah.
So my assumption is that maybe Carol Baskins didn't do anything to him. Maybe
He
he
fucked
got
with the wrong one and he got.
Yeah, maybe he got fucked up in fucking Colombia.
I guess the moral of the story is don't traffic children.
In somewhere in Central America, Costa Rica. I think it was Costa Rica.
And if you don't do it in the U.S., you're still wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a piece of shit. That motherfucker deserved it.
Well,
I don't care.
R.I.P.
And his fucking family. His
He
family's
turned into
like
tiger shit.
his family's like, oh, my dad, boo boo, bee boo boo. If I found out that my dad was fucking 14-year-olds and 15-year-olds, I'm sorry. You can go fuck yourself. You can rot.
No, yeah,
for all
exactly.
I fucking care.
Yeah,
I don't want to find your body.
Yeah, no. You can just straight up be tiger shit.
Yeah. I don't care.
Yeah.
My Carol Baskin, she's holding out our fortune and biggie. It's like, dude, if he wasn't going to include you in on the fucking fortune anyway, he probably didn't have that high of an opinion of you in the first place.
Did she cut back on the animal shit too? Did she like start to kind of like?
No, she's taking in a bunch of tigers and preparing them for the wild, pretty much. Which was her fucking entire thing in the first place. She would just get tigers ready for the wild.
Oh, so it
to reintroduce them.
Kind of like flipped on her because Joe was in his salty little feelings.
Yeah, and now that one dude that put him in prison, I guess, admitted to like lying to the. Oh, sorry, something fucking caught my attention over there. He fucking lied. Admitted that he was lying to the feds, and they were like, okay, I guess we'll let him out of jail. And they actually had a different plan that they were going to fucking behead Joe Exotic. They were going to fucking kill him. And once he admitted all this shit, I guess Joe Exotic's sentence only got knocked off a year. So he's still in fucking prison for all the horrible shit that he did to animals.
Good.
Like shooting a fucking horse in the head. You know, there's like skeletons that they fucking dug
Whatever
up.
reason that little pharaoh chimp died.
Yeah.
Like, you know, he didn't want them to do an autopsy. Why? Did the chimp OD on your heroin? Like, you know, like...
Yeah. There is kind of like they go over like a thing of like, you know, at one point he did give a shit about animals and he did like, you know, enjoy teaching people about animals. There is like a certain era of his life where he was like a good dude who just wanted to care about animals, but at some point he cracked. He turned into a loon.
Yeah, and it's unfortunate, but you can even see it in like pet YouTubers where like the status and the novelty of the animals
they crack
is so
a little bit
overwhelming. They just get encumbered by it, and it just I don't know.
You know what annoys me the fucking most on YouTube? You ever see those like live feeding videos?
Yeah.
Where people will just be like feeding a live mouse to fucking to like a crab or some shit, and it's like, oh, this is horrible. Fuck those people.
Yeah.
100%. There's a reason why they have feeder mice for like snakes and shit.
Yeah, exactly. And the mechanics of it sure is a little annoying because the whole process is you thaw out the frozen mouse.
Yeah.
But when you thaw it out, you use hot water to simulate a body heat.
Yeah.
And that's what attracts the snake. If the snake is feeling finicky, though, and doesn't take to it in literally like 10 minutes of room temperature, the heat dissipates, and then you just have this cold, dead husk that they're not going to fucking want to eat. Yeah. So it's a very time-sensitive thing, and if you catch them at the wrong time, then you're kind of just wasting money, and you got to throw away mice, yada, yada, yada. That's why people feed live, but then the animal is kind of forced into that.
Yeah.
Because after a while, it's the predator drive. It's not the need for food, it's the need to hunt. Yeah. Because it's just what these animals do in nature.
Well, my entire thing is, I'm not in this hobby. I don't know anything about, like, you know, feeding or anything like that. But it's also, like, for the most part, when animals are fucking hungry, they're going to eat.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, it might be, like, a little bit finicky to feed a fucking snake or whatever when, you know, you're unthawing feeders or whatever, but I'm sure they sell live feeders too.
Well, yeah. They do, but the whole point of the process is if you do it right and if everything's right and it's in good feeding cycle, they should take to it unless they're shedding. So it's really not that big of a deal.
Right.
But now The feeders, unfortunately, the live feeders, we're just mass making these mice, and it doesn't
Yeah.
matter what conditions they're in. We're just mass making them and mass feeding them.
And at the same time, it's like the entire reason you feed them feeders is because their bones are softer. They're basically newborn or like failed
Yeah.
like fucking fetuses or whatever. So you feed them that, and it's like they get the protein they need, they get the live animal that they need, and at the same time, it's fucking like when you feed them like live mice, from what I know, the bones are like harder and they
Yeah.
fuck them up, and it's also like this mice is like fully conscious and fucking alive.
Yeah,
while
yeah,
it's
exactly.
dying.
And then we're just mass breeding these creatures to die, and it's fucked up. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's fucking horrible. It's the same reason why people don't want like labs to use fucking rats or mice anymore. 'Cause
Yeah.
it's fucking awful.
And we've kind of come a long way in
Yeah.
modern science. Like,
I saw one.
if you want to do a test tube situation where you grow that shit in a test tube and then poke at it as it's in the test tube, that ain't my business.
Yeah.
You got to make shampoo somehow. Like,
I don't know if this was like a real thumbnail or if it was just bullshit, but there was one I saw on YouTube where it was like somebody feeding a fucking pig feeding like a baby pig to like a fucking boa constrictor.
it wasn't alive though, was it?
I don't know.
See, no,
It looked
they
alive.
okay, they do sell dead ones, but if it was alive, that's
Yeah, no, it's awful. A lot of these dudes are from like different countries and shit, where the laws on that are kind of like lax, and I don't know how you do it, but I've been like, whenever I see those kind of videos, I just fucking report them instantly,
yeah.
because it's like animal abuse.
Yeah,
It's fucking
exactly.
terrible.
It could have been any small animal. Hell, it could have been a cat. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
it's
Speaking of animal abuse, I think I talked about this show before. Something I've been watching recently, Kenny versus Spenny.
what is that?
Okay. We gotta watch a couple episodes of this shit.
What the fuck is this?
So basically, it's a Canadian show that aired for a little bit on Comedy Central, I think for like a season or two. And it's basically like two guys that live together. If you like Jackass and you like disgusting TV shows, you'll fucking love this. It's
Okay,
fucking
cool.
great.
Yeah, it's right up my alley.
It's right up your fucking alley. And I don't know how we never fucking saw this before, because it used to be on that Canadian
I was
broadcasting
about to say,
channel.
it's some
or
of those
whatever.
shows, they're gold,
CBC.
and they just go off the grid. You know how long it took me to find Trailer Park Boys and Letterkenny?
Yeah. Well, it's all free on YouTube. Totally free on YouTube.
Hell yeah.
One of the guys who was in the show, Kenny, he re-released all the episodes on YouTube, so he's just like, fuck it. Because I guess they own the rights to it, my assumption. But it's two guys that compete with each other, and it's kind of had like a big resurgence recently.
Yeah.
So it's been getting a lot more traction, but I've been watching it for like since like 2018. But I'll go through like a binge every now and then and just rewatch it. But it's two guys that compete week to week, like, oh, who's the better cook, who's the better driver, who makes the best woman, like shit like that, like stupid bullshit. And Kenny is like the manipulative, crazy one, and he just Spenny is like the more like spinster kind of like nerdy guy, and it's all fucking real. I don't care how many people say this shit's fake, but it's all pretty much fucking real, and it really is just like a guy mentally torturing and gaslighting the fuck out of this like otherwise like normal dude who's like very up and up, straight and narrow kind of guy. And he cheats every single competition. It's fucking hilarious. It's wonderful.
And what's it called again? I keep fucking forgetting.
Kenny versus Spenny.
Kenny versus Spenny. Yeah, I'm gonna check it out.
It's so fucking funny, dude. The last one I watched was Who Do Black Guys Like More? It's so fucking funny because he fuck. the punishment is really all because okay, I forgot to mention this
and
part
there's a
also.
punishment.
Yeah, there's a punishment at the end. There's a humiliation
Practical
at the
Joker
end.
style.
Yep, and yeah, pretty much Impractical Jokers. Um, the humiliation at the end is usually something extremely fucking disgusting. There was one where one of the guys had to lick fresh, very fresh bird poop off the roof of a car.
Ugh.
Yep. It gets that bad.
Ugh.
Oh, there's
You're gonna
one.
get the bird flu.
Bro, there's one that is
That's
the
how
most
COVID
disgusting.
came about.
The one for Who Do Black Guys Like More is one of the most disgusting things I've ever fucking seen.
All right, bro. You gotta elaborate now.
All right, the ending is of course Kenny being the evil motherfucker he is, uh, like totally edits some shit together, and let's say that Kenny just fucking Spenny just like is put in a really stupid position because of Kenny being a fucking asshole. He dresses like a fucking mammy just to mess with him.
A mammy.
Yeah. And as he's doing this shit, he's like getting pissed off at him. Like, oh yeah, you're fucking cleaning my bed now. You're fucking cleaning everything in my house now. Oh yeah, go clean the fucking toilet now, you asshole. And he's like in blackface. He's in like legit blackface.
Oh no.
But he's not doing it because he's racist. There's a very specific reason he's doing it. He's doing it to get Spenny more and more pissed off. Because he's like very racially sensitive. So he's like really riling him the fuck up. And he's like, are you fucking kidding me? And he's got like this huge balloon in his fucking ass. Like he's dressed like a black mammy maid. And he's got this huge balloon in the back of his fucking ass. And he's like, oh yeah, look at your big fat fucking ass. Yeah, what are you trying to turn me on with that? You're a fucking idiot, dude. You're such a fucking idiot. So while he's doing all this shit, he's out spending time with Spinny is out spending time with these black dudes, like getting to know them and like really like talking to them on like a deeper level and shit. And he actually makes a little bit of headway with them. Like he's actually like talking with them and like having fun with them and stuff. And the next day, or during that entire situation, Kenny has like a black maid come over, and he like, he just asks her to do a few things, and he hangs out with her, and he just kind of like talks with her a little bit while she's doing the shit. And I don't think he helps her out because like she's like a paid maid. It's like paid house cleaners or whatever. They come over, you fucking pay them a little bit of money, they clean parts of your house. Normal business. While this shit is going on, he edits together this fucking video package of him yelling at Kenny in blackface and replaces the footage of Kenny with this black maid. So it looks like he's yelling all this racist shit at this fucking black maid lady. And
I love that.
Now the next day is his turn to like hang out with these black dudes. This isn't revealed to the end, by the way. The next day he's hanging out with these black dudes, and he's like they're fucking like stonewalling me. They're not saying anything. And he's like really trying, and eventually he gets them, like he brings them to like a comedy club, and he's like, all right, we're all gonna tell like fucking racist jokes to each other because it's like, fuck it, like we're all people, I'll fucking make fun of myself, like I don't care, and he actually gets them to like laugh at shit, and they communicate with each other a lot, and they actually like have fun together. And by the end, like he probably would have won anyway. Because the way that Spinny did it was very like, it felt very like not genuine.
Yeah.
It's like he was trying to come from a genuine place, but it didn't. It didn't really totally feel like it. So by the end, he shows them this fucking video package, and he's like, I have to show you guys this, because this is kind of fucked up what he did. And he shows them that fucking video.
No.
He shows them that fucking
Look at
video.
your fat fucking ass. Are you trying to turn me on?
Yeah, and it's her while she's like cooking like gumbo, looking back like there were and when she looked upset in the video or whatever, when she and there's a part where she's like cleaning the toilet and he's like, "Yeah, clean the fucking toilet. Clean my shit out of there. I like a nice clean fucking place to shit." And he's just going off and she's just looking like, ugh. You know, cuz it's the toilet.
Yeah.
You know, it's her job, but whatever. But and the way it looks so bad. It looks so fucking bad. And they're instantly like, "Yeah, we like Kenny more. We just like Kenny more." So the humiliation, the punishment for that episode is
the car ride home shit.
no. He's like, "I'm going to make you you already eat your words. I'm going to make you eat my words next." And he takes a butter knife. And you know that plaque on your tongue? He doesn't brush his teeth.
No!
He barely brushes his teeth as it is. And he scrapes the plaque off of his fucking tongue. I fell asleep or whatever halfway through the episode, so Ashley was watching it. And I'm laying next to her, and all I hear is her going like, like she almost throws up. He takes this knife or whatever, and like it's got like all this fucking disgusting plaque on it, and he just wipes it across his fucking tongue. And he just instantly like,
I can't, dude.
He's like, you gotta hold it there for 10 seconds. You gotta hold it there for 10 seconds, and then he just instantly like, and then he just fucking vomits.
Cause he had another man's plaque in his plaque.
Dude, it's like I watched it and I had to like look away. I'd never get like grossed out by this shit.
No, I would. That's too fucking. That's so bad.
Me and Brandon watched Two Girls, One Cup one time, like when we were all younger and we were crowding around the computer to watch that kind of shit. I didn't even turn away then. Like I would like laugh at it and laugh at his reaction.
Is a train wreck. It's a fucking.
Yeah, it's horrible.
You can't look away, dude.
Like it's like poop, shit, vomit. That's one thing, right? But when it's like other bodily fluids, like plaque, it's like been in somebody's mouth.
Even something with earwax would fuck me up. I don't know, dude. There's just like you said, dude. There's just a difference.
I see enough poop. I see enough vomit and other medium.
Yeah, I was about to say pee, poop, and like fucking spittle. That's not too bad. But fucking someone's black or fucking like if someone just blew a snot rocket into someone's mouth.
It's
like,
bad, bro.
Yeah.
It's fucking bad.
Dude. Okay, I have to watch this stuff.
Yeah. It's a so fucking funny. I know that Dylan isn't a fan of it, but fuck you, Dylan. It's a fucking hilarious show. Oh, fuck.
It's pretty fucking... I'm still fucked up from that. I'm sorry. That really just, like, took the life out of me.
Alright, I think it's about that time.
Well, it's been real. Don't exchange plaque.
Yeah, don't do it.
Let's not normalize that.
Black Jesus wouldn't like that.
No, he don't like that shit. I'd rather use shit in someone's mouth than fucking plaque exchange.
Yeah.
Ugh!
Disgusting. Alright, well, yeah, it's time.
Any shout outs, into the podcast banter?
Fucking Legal Aliens shouted us out again, so...
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah, Legal Aliens.
Keep doing the do, gentlemen.
Yeah, Manny...
Been liking the content lately.
Manny Banks, Manny Fresh 51. Look at his shirts on YouTube, or look at his shirts on Instagram, on fucking Facebook and stuff. Fresh 51 clothing. They're pretty cool. I'm trying to lose weight, so eventually I'll be able to fucking fit into one of those shirts.
Fuck yeah.
So I'll show that out a little bit more when I get the chance. Later this year, probably, when I'm down a significant amount of weight. But fuck yeah, man. They're cool. I don't really have anything
Yeah, I
to
was about to
shout
say,
out.
I don't really have anything else. I'll say the same thing I've been saying.
All right, bye everybody.
Goodbye.